Okay. Hello everybody. Welcome back to you folks returning, and welcome to you first timers, all you internet people, Facebookers, YouTubers, everybody. This is Mike from Mike's Magic Resto Detailing and Paint Enhancement here in what has been a sunny and really hot day in Sharpsburg, Georgia. Oh yeah, this will be probably the final video on this job. This 2007 Atomic Orange, as I understand it, 1 year only color Corvette. See something other, as you can see, convertible. Not many cars, Corvettes, were painted this color. As I said, it was 1 year. This is the result, folks, of about 50 hours or so of what I call resto detailing. It wasn't the highest level that I offer. It was pretty high, but not the highest. There are still things in this paint and that could probably be removed if the customer so chose to have that done. But it's not bad for a car painted in 2007. That makes it how many years old? I don't know. I can't do the math. But we did, the normal strip washing and all that, and decontamination. Did some clay barring in certain areas. You can look at the earlier video how I tested and determined whether or not to clay bar areas. You don't need to clay bar areas that don't need it, because it is an abrasive material and blah blah blah. That's what they say. And then it was extensively compounded. Like I say, it was damp sanded in certain spots to try to get rid of or reduce some glaring deficiencies, defects in the paint, some of the deeper scratches and that sort of thing. And then it got polished. I did it all with a rotary buffer, folks, which I prefer most of the time. And after all that was done, which took quite some time, because let me tell you what, like, you have to keep changing buffers. Hey, Mr. Adams, because like this area I could use a 5-inch, but this one I had to swap down to a 1 or a 2-inch. Some of this was so curvy, even though it was pretty wide, I dropped down to a 3-inch. Lots of little bitty, very curved. There ain't a flat spot on this car, I'm telling y'all. And then getting all down in those little nooks and crannies down there, took different buffers. Polishing like right down in here for these emblems. Very tedious work. Some of that had to be hand done. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, lots of compounding. These mirrors, they'll fold forward, they'll fold backwards, which helps you access some of these areas here. All these narrow spots right here. You can do this. I had to do this with a 3-inch because it's such a curve. And then I had to drop down to my 1 or 2-inch here. Same thing with these narrow flat spots. There's another one down there. Oh my. Got out a little bitty buffer. All this up in here was buffed, compounded, and polished. Yeah, see, you got that little narrow ledge right there, for lack of a better word. Kind of a pain. The trunk was in worse shape than the rest of the car for some odd reason. I don't know why, I don't understand it. Nothing to do with this customer. He has taken relatively good care of this car, and it had, I don't know how much wax on it when it got here. Of course, I had to strip all that off. I polished the tailwinds for the tail lights all in here. all down there, taped off those emblems, did that, polished up the exhaust tips, even this part of the exhaust tip with Flitz polish and a Flitz polishing ball. Got to get all around this, polished this, what's called piano plastic, I believe. Hand polished all down in there. But it was fun. It was a fun job. But folks, and this car was covered in marring and scratches from improper washing methods. And there were a few deep scratches. Like there's one right there. I don't know if it's showing up on camera or not. That I could not get out. There's another one there. There's a few. I don't know what caused them exactly. More than likely, either washing it with a mitt or a rag or sponge or whatever, and they had some kind of particulate stuck in there. And then when they rubbed it across there, it scratched it. That scratch right there is deep. I tried even damp sanding that and it did not go away, but it's almost impossible to see unless you catch the light just right. And there are a few of those. Is this perfect? No, it's not. But they drive this vehicle on a regular basis, mainly on the weekends. So it's not a show car. You know, it's not, showroom perfect. But I'm going to tell you what, it is probably 98% better than what it was when it got here. And after I did all that, of course I panel prepped everything again. Had to go back, clean up my mess from dusting, polishing sling product sometimes. And it dusts no matter what you do, and dust gets in all these little cracks and crevices. Had to clean all that out. Cleaned out the door jams, the jam in the trunk, the hood, all that stuff. And then I put a high quality sealant on everything. Everything. Even did the wheels, which were in really good shape. Put it on the glass, on the plastics, on the rubber. Everything that could or should be sealed was sealed. Headlights, everything, folks. It's been a fun project. Like I said, about a week in the making, a week and a day, something like that. I've already contacted the customer. Not sure if he's going to try to get it this evening or wait till tomorrow. Either one's fine with me. I don't care. Got a minor project coming in probably sometime this weekend, so we'll see how it goes. But this is a nice car. I really like this color. I don't know about you guys. You can see that inside there I put the protective temporary covering on the steering wheel, the gear shifter knob. Had a towel on the seat. As I'm getting in and out, moving these cars back and forth, putting my grubby hands on stuff, and I get all kind of crap on my pants, so I don't want to be getting the interiors dirty, just getting in and out of the cars, because I was not doing the interior, and I didn't want to make it where I had to do the interior. All the glass was sealed, folks, after a light polish, including this one back here. Very tedious, very time consuming. I literally would only work on an area about like this at a time, at the most. Then I'd have all kind of inspection lights. I would go back over it and keep at it till I got it just the way I wanted it. Then I would move on to the next area. Went through probably 20 compounding pads, 20 or more polishing pads. Oh, no telling how many microfiber towels and stuff like that. And how many spray bottles of panel prep. because what I like to do is when I finish polishing a section, you can take a microfiber towel and wipe it off, and you can see pretty good what your results were. But a lot of times there's what they call a polishing oil residue that's left. So I like to paint prep it after I've wiped everything off that I can, so that I can truly see what my results were, so that I know if I need to spend more time on that section. And what I'll do a lot of times, if I decide I need to spend more time on it, I'll go on and do this section, and then after I'm done with that one, then I'll return to this one, because I want that clear coat to calm down, cool down, and so it gives me a better idea of what I really have. And that's why this turns out the way it does. Taking your time, it's tedious, it's time consuming, but I'm telling you what, folks, the results just don't get a whole lot better than that. Damn near mirror-like. And anyway, it was a fun project, and I look forward to the next one. This thing is slick. That 8-9 month sealant I put on here will last a long time, and I will give him some of that so that he can refresh it after the first time he washes his car, because you can layer it and refresh it, and it will last even longer. Some products you can't layer or put on top of each other. This one you can put on top of itself. So the manufacturer tells me. I even sealed the windshield wiper arms. Oh boy. And you hadn't lived till you try to get a buffer in a little bitty area like that. I'm telling you what. The nano attachment is handy for that. Anyway, folks, I appreciate you dropping by. Thanks for watching. It was hot today, and I kept the temperature down in here. I've got an air conditioner over there, but today I discovered in this kind of heat I need a bigger BTU air conditioner, because it was a struggle to keep it down in the mid-80s, and I like to keep it around 75 or 80 degrees, whether it be winter or summer, for the benefit of the products and the machines and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I'm going to have to get a bigger air conditioner. I think that's an 8,000 BTU. And, due to the lack of, insulation in these garages, the doors leak like a sieve. It's hard to cool them. So I'm just going to have to get a bigger one just to overpower it, I guess. There's no insulation in the ceiling. Oh, well. Thank you for watching, Mr. Frankie. I do appreciate it. Y'all like, tag, share, follow, comment, all that internet stuff, if you so choose. They say it helps me out. I don't know, I guess it exposes me to more viewers that way. I'm not trying to be famous or anything. I do no editing to my videos. I just film them and post them. That's it. All right, folks, thank you so much. I got to put the license plate back on. Yeah, it was polished. That area under where the license plate goes was cleaned and polished and sealed. Yep, I do that to all my cars. Thank y'all. Appreciate you very much. Bye now.